Henry Garcia, father of Ryan Garcia, is confident that Oscar Duarte is a more dangerous fighter than Devin Haney and could easily defeat him in the ring. After watching Duarte's powerful performance against fighters like Jojo Diaz and remembering how Ryan handled Duarte, Henry believes that Haney would struggle to face such a hard-hitting opponent. He points out that Haney was hurt several times by Ryan in their last fight, and he's convinced that Haney's team will avoid matching him with powerful punchers like Duarte in the future. Henry argues that when Haney returns to the ring, he'll pick safer, less risky opponents to protect his career and avoid the danger of facing someone like Duarte. With Duarte continuing to rise in the lightweight division and showing impressive knockout power, many wonder if Haney will be brave enough to accept the challenge or if he'll continue to avoid a tough fight. Henry Garcia, father of Ryan Garcia, has expressed a strong opinion about lightweight boxer Oscar Duarte, rating him as a more formidable fighter than Devin Haney. Henry believes that Duarte, with his powerful punches, would likely defeat Haney in a matchup. He shared that his son Ryan fought Duarte on December 2 last year, winning by knockout in the 8th round in a fight where both boxers exchanged hard-hitting blows. The bout highlighted Duarte's strength and skill, and Henry feels that Haney would struggle to handle that level of power if he were to face Duarte in the ring. Henry is doubtful that Haney would choose to face a hard-hitting fighter like Duarte when he eventually makes his return to boxing. Haney is expected to select his next opponent carefully, likely avoiding someone with such knockout potential. Henry points out that in his previous fight against Ryan, Haney took several hits that could have easily hurt him, which may impact his choice of future opponents. Henry believes that Haney's father and trainer, Bill Haney, will make sure to avoid matching Devin against a high-risk, powerful puncher who could continue where Ryan left off. Duarte has proven himself to be a rising threat in the lightweight division, displaying impressive power and technique. In his last match, on April 27, Duarte knocked out former IBF super featherweight champion Joseph Jojo Diaz in the 9th round, further showcasing his knockout power and skill in the ring. Duarte's next fight is set for November 16th, where he will face Botirzon Akhmedov in a 12-round match on Latino night at the venue in Riyadh. Henry told Fight Hype that if Duarte were to face Haney, he believes Duarte could not only knock him down, but potentially knock him out, making for an intense fight that would test Haney's resilience. According to Henry, if Haney chose to face Duarte for his comeback fight, it would show the boxing world that he is willing to take on a serious challenge. Henry commented that Haney's decision to take legal action against Ryan Garcia for battery following their fight has only added to the perception that Haney may be avoiding tough opponents. He feels that facing someone like Duarte would redeem Haney's image by showing that he's not afraid of powerful fighters. Henry also shared that his son Ryan had confided in him after fighting Duarte, mentioning that Duarte's punches were some of the hardest he had ever felt, even harder than those from other tough opponents. This insight made Henry confident that Duarte's power could pose a real threat to Haney. With this in mind, Henry is certain that when Haney returns, he will avoid fighting someone with power similar to Duarte's, as it would put Haney at significant risk. Henry believes that a powerful opponent like Duarte would present too much of a danger for Haney, even before the fight begins, as Haney would likely feel the pressure of facing such a strong contender. Henry Garcia remains firm in his belief that Oscar Duarte would be a more dangerous challenge for Devin Haney than most people realize. For Henry, Duarte's style, marked by his powerful punches and aggressive approach, would put Haney in a position he hasn't often faced in his career. According to Henry, Haney's past opponents have generally been technical fighters, but Duarte's straightforward power and knockout ability could surprise him. Henry thinks Haney might not be prepared for the intensity that Duarte would bring, especially considering Duarte's momentum following his recent knockout victories. Henry also questions whether Haney's team would risk such a matchup, especially after seeing how Haney handled the pressure against his son, Ryan. To Henry, the memory of Ryan landing solid shots against Haney is still fresh, and he believes that this could play into the team's strategy to avoid similarly hard-hitting fighters. Henry thinks Bill Haney, who has always been very hands-on in his son's career, will ensure Devin only faces boxers who aren't known for their knockout power. For Henry, this means steering clear of someone like Duarte, who has proven he can end a fight with a single punch. Duarte's recent performance against former champion Joseph Jojo Diaz showed a new level of focus and skill that has left a lasting impression on Haney. Knocking out a fighter like Diaz, who is known for his resilience, only strengthened Haney's opinion that Duarte has what it takes to challenge top fighters like Haney. Duarte's next fight against Botirzon Akhmedov on November 16th is another opportunity for him to demonstrate his power and refine his skills. Haney believes that a few more high-profile victories could push Duarte further into the spotlight and potentially put more pressure on fighters like Haney to consider facing him. Ultimately, Haney believes that a fight between Duarte and Haney could redefine the landscape of the lightweight division. If Haney were to take the risk and step into the ring with Duarte, it could not only challenge Haney's skill and resilience, but also highlight Duarte as a serious contender. Haney sees this potential fight as a chance for Haney to prove his toughness against a true power puncher, but he remains skeptical that Haney will take that leap, given the risks involved. For now, Haney will keep advocating for Duarte as one of the division's top talents, waiting to see if Haney will answer the call. In conclusion, Garcia stands firm in his belief that Oscar Duarte would present a unique and intense challenge for Devin Haney, potentially exposing Haney to risks he hasn't faced before. Haney feels that Duarte's raw power, combined with his recent victories, makes him one of the most dangerous opponents in the lightweight division today. He thinks a match against Duarte would push Haney to prove his mettle and silence doubts about his ability to handle strong punchers. However, Haney doubts Haney's team will accept such a high-stakes bout, as they may see Duarte's strength as a potential threat to Haney's career momentum. Garcia's strong stance on Oscar Duarte's capabilities has sparked some serious discussion in the boxing world. He believes Duarte's knockout power makes him a serious threat to anyone in the lightweight division, including Devin Haney. Duarte has been on a roll, impressing with his ability to finish fights early, most recently by knocking out former champion Jojo Diaz. According to Haney's team will likely avoid putting him in the ring with such a powerful opponent, as the risk of Haney getting hurt or even knocked out is too high. Haney's point is that Haney's team will carefully choose opponents that don't pose a serious danger, especially after Haney's tough fight with Ryan, where he was hurt multiple times. While Garcia remains firm in his belief that Duarte could defeat Haney, the question of whether Haney will take such a risk remains unanswered. If Haney is serious about proving himself and fighting the best, he would have to face top contenders like Duarte, who can pack a punch. However, given Haney's recent actions, including legal battles over his loss to Ryan, it seems unlikely that he will rush into a dangerous fight. For now, fans are left wondering whether Haney will ever step up to the challenge, or if he will continue to avoid the risks that come with facing powerful opponents like Oscar Duarte. For now, Haney's confidence in Duarte remains strong, and he continues to champion him as a top contender deserving of a shot at the division's biggest names. While Haney's path may lead him to safer fights, a clash with Duarte would undoubtedly draw the boxing world's attention and force Haney to prove his skill under real pressure. As Duarte continues to climb the ranks and impress with his powerful performances, Haney is hopeful that someday, Haney will take on the challenge, showing the boxing world that he's ready to face the toughest competition the lightweight division has to offer.